All right, you guys, welcome to Glisten's Culinary Delights. Today we're putting water in a pot and we're making it warm.
Boom. All right, so since I can't use my hand quite yet, that's my fist, still can't cut very well, I'm going to have to cut up a brisket. So I'm gonna have a special guest, and I'll introduce him to you now. My special guest today is Daniel, my lovely husband. And he is going to be cutting for me, and he's going to help me cook, and I'm going to teach him what to do.
All right.
So let's get started.
Okay, yes. Do we need a cutting board?
I have one on the counter.
Okay, all right. First, I'm gonna wash my hands. This is the dull knife I'm using?
I mean, is it dull?
Yeah, look at all the chunks of steel taken off of it, like you've been chopping on stuff with it.
Okay, well, I haven't washed this one.
It won't even cut through the plastic.
I think this one's the same.
And you're teaching me how to cook.
I think this one's the same, Daniel. I can't sharpen knives right now.
Okay, what am I supposed to do now?
Hold on, you gotta give me a second. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be a terrible video. Slow down. Come with the weight.
Tranquilo.
You cut the brisket.
On accident.
You cut it. This is why I do this myself. All right, everyone. So here we got a full brisket. We've got the point. We've got the flat here. So what Daniel's going to do is he is going to cut the point off of the flat. So how you do that is there is a layer of fat that goes between the point and the flat. You're just gonna cut that layer of fat off, and then we're gonna trim the fat off the bottom. Understand? Comprende? He kind of cut it a little bit. He got a little overzealous with cutting.
So what, I need to cut right here like this?
So
where this fat layer is?
See how there's this like fat right here?
And I'm cutting straight down?
Yep, you're gonna cut the fat layer that separates the flat from the point.
So I'm just cutting through this fat.
Yep.
Straight down.
Not straight down, because it kind of curves this way. So you're gonna have to go sideways a little bit.
It's icy. Is it supposed to be icy?
No, it's not icy.
Oh, it's icy.
Okay, so you're at me on over there. You got this. You can do it. Yep, you're doing it. Okay, you're at me. So you're gonna have to
Oh, careful.
kind of
Okay, so now where? All right, follow this fat in?
yeah, follow this fat in.
On top of this meat here?
You want me to hold that? You're basically down by the fat now.
Careful with your hand in there.
I am. Okay, I would just from here just cut.
We need to sharpen this knife big time.
Big time.
So this is the point?
All right, so we've got our point here.
You don't have to yell.
And then we've got our flat here.
Yeah, the mic picks us up just fine.
The mic is not picking us up.
Yeah, it's right here.
Hey.
You don't have to yell at
Go
it.
the way. This is gonna be a great video, I promise. All right, so we've got our point, we've got our flat. So we're gonna set this aside because we are going to get our brine going. We're gonna, to make pastrami, you have to cure the meat, and this is gonna take it's a 6-day process. So we'll get started on the brine and put this aside. Good. Oh, actually, we needed to cut some of the meat off, some of the fat off.
We need to cut some of this fat off?
Actually, we're gonna actually cut some of this fat off. Trim
Like
some of the
this whole
fat.
thing?
Is that fat? Yeah.
Yeah.
Trim that.
A whole block.
Trim that big fat. And that's good for the point. And then
What do you do with this?
we're just gonna toss it. No.
Should I cut this off?
Nope, that's good. That's
What
good for
about
the
this?
point.
Should I cut this off?
Nope.
Can I cut
No
this
more.
off?
No more for the point.
Okay. And so this is what becomes a pastrami?
Nope, all of this is gonna become pastrami.
What about this?
Is that? Nope. Oh, actually, this is silver skin. Let's cut this off.
I mean, it looks like white skin to me.
See how it's like different texture than this? This is like, looks like a brain, and this is like, looks like chicken
Looks
skin.
like a brain?
You know what I'm talking
Brain
about?
and chicken skin. Oh, okay.
That's how you know it's silver skin. And it doesn't render. Try this one and see if this one's any better. Is it?
A little bit.
Dun dun dun. That's good. That's good. That's good. Okay, good.
Now what?
This side. Actually, let's just leave.
Can we move one of these pieces out of the way so
We're
we're
good.
not
We're
so
gonna leave
congested?
it. We're gonna leave it. Hello.
No, you don't have to shout at it. All right, you guys, welcome to Glisten's Culinary Delights. Today we're putting water in a pot and we're making it warm.
Boom.
No, don't boom me. Is this the drinking water? Is that what we're using?
In a minute. All right. Next step we're going to do. This is yours. You're gonna be a stirrer. We're going to add in our seasoning mix, and I'm gonna put it in the pan, and we are just going to toast it. Get it all toasty. Woo. Oh.
Yeah, it's. I don't know what you put in here.
Potent. All right.
Why are you changing the power on it like it's going to change the smell?
It's just gonna toast it. Stir it.
What is in this?
All right. Now we're gonna add in our
How
onions.
come you're ignoring my question?
Onions and garlic.
What is in this?
Stir it, Daniel. Stir it.
I am. This is what we call witch's brew. It's great for Halloween.
It's not Halloween, Daniel.
It's May. What is this, like mustard gas?
It is mustard.
What is this?
It is mustard seed.
Are we about to die?
No, we're good.
And we're gonna have it recorded on camera?
Maybe. All right, so we're just gonna stir those onions just to get them sweated just as slightly.
Why do we, what does that mean, sweated?
We're not actually cooking them. We're just sweating them, which is lightly cooking them.
I'm not
They're not
sweating
browning. They're not browning.
yet. Okay. They're not brown?
We're just cooking slightly to get them nice and
How
fragrant.
come this onion looks so different?
That's not an onion. That's a garlic.
Oh.
All right. Got it good?
Get it, got it, good.
All right. Now we're gonna add some water. We're gonna need a gallon of water.
And this is gonna make the onions sweat?
Nope. We've already done that.
What? Is it getting hot? Is this on?
Yes, it is.
Here, if you don't hold it up like that, it doesn't chug-a-chug, and then you don't
I like
splash
it when
so
it
much.
chugga chugs. It makes
splashes.
me happy when it chugga chugs. All right, so stir that up, Daniel.
Okie doke. Oh, we got some bay leaves, some brown sugar, some salt, and some pink sugar.
All right, now we've got a few more ingredients that we're gonna add to this, and then we're gonna bring this to a boil.
Yeah.
So the first thing we're gonna add, and what's really important when you're curing meat, is this pink curing salt. So it's, as you can see, it's nice and pink, and it's...
What's on the bottom of the tub?
Hey.
Is that butter? Is it?
So we're gonna
Just
use
wipe
this
it off before the
Prague
video.
powder.
So we're not looking grimy.
We're not looking grimy, Daniel.
Boise salt? My brother lives in Boise.
So it's also called Prague powder, and it's just some premium pink curing salt.
Prague
so this is
powder?
what we're gonna add in first. Stir that up.
Frog powder.
Prague powder. I'll put a link to this down in the description so you can find the exact stuff that you need.
Like a ribbit frog powder.
Prague.
Huh?
Prague.
Like in
Hey, you're
Europe?
gonna need to calm down because this video is gonna be super long if you can't be.
I'll edit
calm
it
with your
out.
way.
I'll edit it out.
Okay. Next is some kosher salt.
Kosher salt.
Stir that up.
You can tell because of the way it is.
Then here's some brown sugar. How do you tell? Because of the way it is. What?
You've never seen that on the internet?
No. All right, brown sugar.
Well, why is it brown?
And then we have another few things. So we're gonna do chili. They're arbolis. They're just like these little tiny chilies.
Dried.
Dried.
Yeah.
Some dried juniper berries.
Yep. Straight from the juniper trees.
And then some bay leaves that we're just going to
These
rush
are
up.
the bay leaves from the Russian Bay, not San Francisco Bay like you're thinking of.
Yeah.
You said yeah? You agreed with me?
I don't know. All right, so he's gonna bring this to a boil, and then we'll take it off of our heat, and we're gonna pour some ice in it to cool it down quickly.
This is what's gonna make pastrami, the brisket into pastrami?
Yep.
Because sometimes brisket turns into brisket on the smoker,
Yes.
and it's good.
Yes. This is gonna be just as good, if not better.
So what makes it, so when I smoke brisket on the thing, it turns dark brown, but pastrami's like bright red.
The curing process is what's going to make it bright red in the middle.
The brine?
Yep.
Bay leaves in the brine and I don't care. You do not have time for my shenanigans.
What the heck? Now this water might not cover our brisket completely, so if it doesn't, we'll just add some more water.
We'll just
It's totally
throw it
fine.
out, start over.
We're basically just trying to get the sugars that are in this completely dissolved.
Along with the frog salt.
Okay, you can stop. You can stop stirring for a moment. Just let it
To let it boil?
get to a boil.
I can still hear you on the mic, even when you whisper. Yeah. They're really good mics. Yeah.
Now that it's boiling, we're going to add some ice to our pot. We'll turn this off. We'll add some ice to our pot, and then we are going to add it into here, and we'll put our meat. Now make sure that this is completely cold before you put your meat in here, because you don't want to cook your meat. We want to cure our meat.
What are we curing it of? It's got like a noxious disease.
Dad joke.
Bad joke?
That's a dad joke.
Let me get the rest of that ice out, or is this enough?
Stir it and see. Stir it up. All right, should I put more?
Yeah, put the rest of it in here. Oh, careful. You're gonna splash me and burn me with the ice, with the water, hot water.
It'll be all right. You're not dead yet.
No matter how much you try?
No,
I'm worth more to you dead than alive
no.
because of my life insurance policy?
If that was true, you'd already be dead.
So you've thought about it?
No. All right, I think we're good. We're going to...
Whoa, careful.
It's not hot anymore.
Cuidado.
It's not super hot anymore. We're gonna add this into our clear jug. You can use, like, if you go to Home Depot, they have like big, like, what are those, 5-gallon tubs. You can put it in there or in here.
Or you could go and buy yourself
Paint
a
bucket.
Cambro 18-liter clear tub for brining.
In the description, I'll put a link.
Oh, did you really? You really are?
I will.
Oh, I was just joking.
All right, put it in here.
Okay.
No, pour it. Pour this into here.
Okay, I feel like it's gonna run down the side of the pot.
Do your best. Woo. Whoa! Now who's talking about spilling?
Well, you like moved it on me as I picked it up.
I didn't move it.
This was all your fault.
No.
100%.
100p? Mm-hmm. Somebody's gonna need to mop tonight.
Oh, it wasn't recording.
It is recording.
Is this other one recording? Oh, this one's not recording.
Stop.
So first we'll take our point and we'll set it in the water slowly so it doesn't splash. Now if you notice it's a little floaty. Who knows why?
Oh, blood on the ground.
You just want to be fully submerged in the brine, completely baptized in there. You just want to get it fully underneath that. And as you can tell, there's plenty of fluid. It's going to be fully submerged, and that salt is going to help cure the meat of any noxious diseases.
All right, so now that we have our meat in here, you're gonna want to either, if it starts to float up, you can put a heavy plate on it to keep it down, or you can put a Ziploc bag with some water in it to weigh it down, whatever you need to do. And then in a few days, I'm going to come and I'm gonna flip it. We're gonna store this in our fridge, and we're gonna keep it in our fridge for 6 days. I know this is a long process, but I promise you this is gonna be delicious when it's ready. So let's stick it in the fridge, and then we'll come back in the future and show you what it looks like after it's been brined. And we are back. It's been 6 days since, actually it's been like more like 7 days since I put this in the brine in my fridge. And so we are going to take it out of the brine. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. And then we need to rinse this off before we stick it in our smoker. So I did put a bag in here to help weigh it down, which it looked like it did its job. It's submerged for the most part, but I'll take this bag out, and then we're gonna remove this from the brine. And you'll see what it looks like, a big hunk of meat. Just gotta stick it on here. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it's just kind of like a muted, like pink color, fresh out of that brine. So that's fine. I'm going to rinse this off now, and then we will get it seasoned up. All right, we're ready to go. So I've rinsed this thoroughly, and we've got our seasoning that we're gonna put on. But first, like we've done with every other video that I've done where we've put meat in the smoker, I'm going to add a binder. You can add mustard, you can add olive oil, regular oil, whatever you've got on hand. I've added tapatio before, whatever you've got. For this recipe, I'm just going to do mustard because pastrami and mustard go together so well. So I'm going to do 2 separate hands. So this is going to be my hand that I spread the mustard with, and then I'll sprinkle it with some seasonings. I'll put the list of ingredients for the seasonings down in my description, just so you know we are not adding any salt to that seasoning mix, just because this was brined in salt, and so we don't want our pastrami to be way too salty. So if you are gonna use like a mix that's already seasoned, like a regular prepared seasoning mix, you're gonna wanna look for something that doesn't have salt in it. Now I'm gonna add this seasoning on. Just sprinkle it liberally all over your brisket. And spread it with your hand if you need. That's why we're keeping one clean hand and one not clean. And for the seasoning, it's basically just some coriander, some paprika, and pepper, black pepper. All right, so let's flip it over. And we're gonna do the same thing on this side. I'm actually gonna mix some more of that seasoning because you can actually go heavy on this seasoning since there's no salt. All right, there we have it. We're gonna add this onto our smoker and we're gonna cook it for 250 until it's about 150 degrees or so. And then we are going to wrap it and get back to it. So I will let you know when that happens, and let's get this going. Our pastrami is out of the smoker. At least the tip of our pastrami is out of the smoker. We have the other piece still in the smoker. I'll show you what that looks like when that is ready. It's almost ready, but we've let our pastrami cool, just sit on the counter, rest for about an hour, and we're gonna cut it up. But before we do that, we're gonna get our stuff ready for our pastrami sandwich. So to make a pastrami sandwich is really, really simple, and we're making a California style pastrami sandwich because we're trying to do like a Johnnies pastrami sandwich. How many times can I say pastrami in a minute? So we are going to get a pan, put some butter in it. We've got some butter on our rolls. You're just gonna get like some sandwich rolls or whatever you like to put your pastrami in. You know, there's no wrong to this. You can use rye bread if you like rye, whatever you like. And so I'm just going to put them down on our pan. Push them down a little bit so they can get brown. We're gonna brown them on both sides. We're gonna add some Swiss cheese to it, and then we will cut our pastrami up, and it's going to be amazing. All right, time to cut our pastrami open. So this is our point that has been resting for about an hour. And you're gonna see there's gonna be quite a bit of juices on the bottom, and those are good. So if you can, you're gonna wanna try to save those. Doesn't that look amazing? Got like a nice even bark all throughout, and it feels super, super tender. Oh, I'm excited. So we're gonna get this cut. So for pastrami sandwiches, you can let this cool completely if you'd like, and then cut it up. You'll get nice even slices that way. Or if you're impatient like me and just want to eat your pastrami now, then you can give it a cut now. And you're just gonna want to try to get as thin of a piece as you can. I'm just going to cut it open real quick and show you what we're looking at. Look at that. So you see how we have the pastrami, it's like completely pink, but that's what we're looking for. It's not raw. I know you're gonna think, oh no, that's raw. It's not raw. That's what it looks like after it's been cured. So if you have your pastrami that looks pink like this, and it's an internal temperature of 210, then you know you did your curing process right. So let's get some pieces cut up. Let's get a good piece out of this middle so I can show you how that looks. Oh, it's so good, so juicy. And you just lay it on your knife, and it just kind of droops over like that. Perfectly tender. You just kind of pull it apart. Just pulls apart so easy. Let me give it a real quick taste. Man, that is so good. That's some good pastrami. All right, this pastrami is gonna be a little bit on the thicker side because I don't have a meat slicer, but if you do have one, that's even better. But this is gonna be so good. So we're gonna put our sandwich together. We've got our rolls with butter. We're going to heat them up. We're just gonna try to brown them on the one side, and then we're gonna flip them over. Now, a California pastrami has basically just 3 ingredients. You've got your pastrami, you've got some yellow mustard, and then you put some Swiss cheese on it. That's it. Johnny's pastrami also has like little bowls of pickles that are so good, and I'll show you those. I actually made those from scratch. So this is actually the video that's taken me the longest of all the videos that I have on my channel, because this is like weeks, months, even years in the making, because I've been planning this video for so long because I love myself a pastrami sandwich. So we've got this browned. on the one side. I'm gonna flip them over. And while they're flipped, this is where we're gonna load everything up. I'm going to add in on some sliced Swiss cheese. And I'm doing it now so that it gets all nice and gooey and melty and delicious. All right, on top of that, I am going to add in our slices of pastrami. Look at that, guys. Oh, this is so good. Now remember, this part that I cut up, this is the point. So this is where you're gonna see more fat in that pastrami. If you are cooking just the flat and you're not into like all the fat of the pastrami meat, then you can cook just a flat, and that will give you just the same, except for you just won't have as much fat. It won't be as juicy either. So just be aware of that. All right, and then last but not least, we're going to get the mustard. Put the mustard on there. Oh, and top it off with our bun. All right, let's cut this up and eat it. All right, guys, here we go. We've got our sandwich. We've got our pickles here. So as you can see, I have a full jar, and there's another full jar of these in the fridge, and they are so good. So head over to my reel so you can learn how to make these delicious pickles. Let's get this cut up and give it a taste. Moment of truth. Let's give this pastrami a try. We've got our pickles here on the side, and I like to get the pickles while I'm eating the pastrami. That looks so good. Mmm. Look at that melted cheese. That cheese is just so melted. The mustard, bomb. These pickles go perfect with this pastrami. This might be terrible to say, but this pastrami is actually better than Johnny's pastramis, which I know is like sacrilege, but it's so, so good. Now, if you are like me in Arizona, there's not any like good pastrami places. Like if you're in New York, you have like all these like super awesome delis that you can go to. We don't have a lot of those here in Arizona. So if you wanted to buy like some good pastrami, it costs you probably like $17 to $20 a pound. Whereas this was only $2.99 a pound to make. And it tastes so much better than just like the boar's head that you would get at like the grocery store. So I definitely encourage you to make this. I know it takes a long time, but it's completely worth it. I'm gonna have tons of pastrami to last me throughout the week and next week and for sandwiches, and it's going to be delicious. This is going to be an amazing week. So thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, definitely do so now, and I'll catch you next time on Glisten's Culinary Delights.